Guardian Angel, an Angelica Dale mystery by P.K. Armstrong. Chapter 28. Angel left Ernestine, Denise, and Dee Dee to stroll around the flower fields and take in the lotus pond. They were talking cautiously, and they seemed committed to finding a way back to each other, back to family. Angel smiled to herself. As an investigator, she had a lot of bad endings, so she always rejoiced in her victories, however small. She was driving back towards town when the phone rang. Angel looked at the clock. 4:45 p.m. This is Angel. Aiden here. I spoke with the school administrator, Miss Lister. Violet is still here. I'm not surprised, Angel responded, and updated Aiden on what transpired at Evan's apartment. Are you okay? Yeah, just battered and bruised. The PD said they consulted with a social worker and they were given permission to drop Violet off at Sinclair Academy after the hospital checked her out. I believe she's going to live in. Yeah, but social services said they thought she was going to get released to her mom. Something about the police not having enough of a case to remove her from custody? I don't think they were officially removing her from custody. Violet wasn't being admitted and there was nowhere for her to go since they couldn't find Brandy. Besides, I think with my testimony and Evan coming clean in interrogation, they will have to take steps to find out who Violet is and where she belongs. Maybe Brandy found out and that's why she didn't try to pick her up. Makes sense. Miss Edmunds had insisted she was going to pick her up. She was supposed to be here an hour ago. Administration tried all the emergency contact numbers with no success. I can have the car take her home, but now that's not sounding like a good idea. Can you call Roland at the PD and let him know what is going on? I'm coming to you directly. Sure, Aiden agreed and disconnected. Arriving at the school 20 minutes later, Angel wondered how she would tell Violet her mother had gone. She had stopped by the apartment, but it was deserted. There were cops staking out the place in case Brandy returned. They said a lot of their stuff remained, but the landlord had already started to gut the place. Angel had seen some of Violet's toys, clothes, and books on a pile of trash. As she walked towards administration, she saw Aiden coming toward her with a frown, touched by sadness, and then pity as he motioned with his head. Angel glanced in the same direction, and through one of the plate glass windows lining the hallway, she spotted Violet, sitting in an inner office with her head down, studying her shoes. Angel's heart turned over as she watched her from the doorway. She took the empty seat next to Violet. She's gone, isn't she? Angel was stunned into silence, thinking very carefully of her next words. Of course she knew Violet was probably better off without Brandy, and frankly, maybe Violet knew too. But right now she was just a little girl who felt abandoned and alone. Angel nodded to Aiden, stood, and reached out her hand to Violet. Violet looked up with eyes full of fear and tears, and slowly took Angel's hand. Angel guided her out to the car, opened the passenger door, and settled Violet in the seat. Shutting the door, she walked around the front of the car to the driver's side. All the while, Violet's eyes followed her carefully. Do I have to go to a foster home? She asked, her voice full of trepidation, as Angel sat behind the wheel. Well, yes, you do have to go to a foster home. She paused and gave Violet a small smile. But I'm certified by the county as a foster mom, so if it's okay with you, I will take you with me, and we can make a few calls in the morning to let them know where you are. A social worker will probably visit us just to make sure everything is okay. Her parents were approved foster care providers and had several children placed with them over the years. When Angel became a police officer, she also got on an approved list. Somehow, it helped her feel like there was something else she could do besides when she was on patrol, calling social services when a child was in danger. Will my mom know where I am? Angel gave Violet a quick glance and asked slowly, Do you want your mom to know where you are? Violet's head dropped down and she fell silent. It's okay. You can think about it and let me know. Until then, she won't know where you are. Are you mad at my mom for hurting you? I don't know if that's exactly how I feel. I'm angry about the whole thing. I'm angry at your mom for bringing Evan into your lives. I'm angry at Evan for what he's done to you. And yes, I'm angry at your mom for hitting and kicking me. Angel paused and glanced at Violet, making sure she was listening. But you know what I think about that makes me feel a little less angry? What? I think about you and how strong and brave you are. I'm not strong or brave, Violet said with finality. But you are. When Evan grabbed you, you fought and yelled for help. And when your mom attacked me, you stopped her and stayed with me until help came, even though you were scared. You are Violet Edmunds, the strongest and bravest girl I know." They didn't speak again, each lost in their own thoughts. Actually, Angel's thoughts mainly centered on wondering what Violet was thinking and the calls she was going to have to make the next day. Angel was surprised at Violet's calm demeanor, and she didn't know how to interpret it. The calm before the storm, or just relief. She pulled up in front of her home, put the car in park, and undid Violet's seatbelt. Violet watched her again with wide eyes as she made her way around the front of the car and opened the door. When she got out of the car, her head began swiveling back and forth, trying to take it all in. She looked up at Angel's home and then out towards the tall grassy field that spread northwest of her yard, starting where the trimmed lawn stopped. "Is this yard all yours?" Angel hid a small smile and responded, "Yes. We can take a look later. Let's go in and see what we can find to eat." She mounted the steps with Violet following closely, slowly because she was still trying to get a good look all around her. Using the keypad, she heard the click of her lock and opened the front door.